Hi YouTube, it's me again. I'm really sorry about my voice. I do have a cold, so I sound like a croaky frog, so you're gonna have to just bear with it for this. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial. It's on a gold and green blue smoky eye. It's based around the Vice palette that just came out from Urban Decay. It has 20 eyeshadows. It's really awesome because every eyeshadow in there is actually a brand new one. So there are no double ups, which you do get a lot in with Urban Decay palettes. And it also comes with a brush and a blending brush as well. So people who don't have any brushes, this would be a really good kit for you. What I'm going to be using today in terms of brushes, I'm going to be using my MAC 217 brush to blend, which is my favourite blush. I have an assortment of Maya brushes, so they're just from David Jones or Maya. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it's Maya, but they're really just they're blank ones, but you can get them in different sizes where you can just use them on your eyes just as normal eyeshadow brushes. Like I would go with MAC if you wanted to, but like for my blending brush I definitely would. I'm using my Artiste Manicure Professional crease liner brush. I'm also using, it's just an angled brush used for eyeliners or eyebrows. So I'm using that as well. Oh, I've lost my place. I'm using my Pure RE9 as well, which is a big surface brush. And I think that's all I'm using for brushes today. For a primer, I'm using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And for my mascara, I'm using my MAC Hot and Naughty 2 Black Lash, which has the two brushes. One's smaller to get into the corners of the eyes where your big brush can't reach, so that's really good. And just to let you know, for my foundation today, if anyone's wondering, I use Illamasqua. I use number 2, which is the lightest you can get next to clear. And I'm also using my Too Faced leopard print. I'm sorry that it's pretty used at the moment, but it's like a leopard print bronzer for the cheeks. When I use my concealer, I actually use Illamasqua, and it's the white base foundation, white base concealer. But my mum, like for people who aren't as white as me, because I use it straight off white, my mum's got the Ben Nye palette, which is a concealer palette full of different colours, and she actually mixes and matches. I like the white because it completely eliminates everything from underneath it. So that's really good. For my brows, just to give you a little information, because I've actually never told anyone what I use before I come on here. So I'm using, it's called Push. It's the Brown Sugar Brow Box by Urban Decay, there you go. And pretty much it's just for your brows, so it's a light and dark. They also have a ginger one, so people who have the orange hair, they can fill their eyebrows in because they have a ginger one. It comes with tweezers and a brush, and then it comes with a wax to set your eyebrows so they don't move. So if anyone has like the long bushy lash eyebrows, they can also set it with a gel. And now I'm going to get started with my tutorial, so thanks for listening to me rambling on. So we're going to start off by actually priming. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer and priming the whole eye, from all the way from the eyebrow to the eyelashes, because we do highlight the brow bone just to open your eyes up a little. And that's with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. So we're going to start off by taking our Maya brush, and we're going to be using Blitz today, which is a really nice shimmer gold colour. And we're just going to be putting that on the inner corner of the eye, right into the corner, and we're just going to really take that down to the lash line. So then we're going to take, it's just another Maya brush. I just got them from Maya for cheap and it was really good. It's good just for some spare brushes. You guys can all use like the one brush just to clean it, but I don't have time to clean it today. So I'm using this brush and I'm going to be using, wrong side, Junkie over here. And it's more of a green. It's a green shimmer colour where they've got Unhinged, which I'm going to be using later, which is more of a blue shimmer. So they're similar, but the one's more green pigment, one's more blue pigment, but they're both on the tealy side for me. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be following that down. So I'm going to be just patting it on between where I'm going to put the yellow and the blue. And that just kind of breaks it up because there is a lot of blue in this and the blue is very overpowering. So all the way down to the lash line too. Alrighty. Then I'm going to be taking my bigger brush, which is also a Maya brush. They got it in all different sizes, just for depending on what part you're looking on your eye. And I'm using Chaos, so the really, really bright blue one. It's amazing because this palette has all new colours, as I've said before, and Chaos actually hasn't, I've never seen such a nice electric blue. This colour is a matte colour, and it just looks amazing. So I'm just going to apply that slightly over Junkie. And I'm really just going to pat it on. And I'm just going to take it all the way over towards the gold. So as you can still see the Junkie like you can over here, but it's not as overpowering as you thought when you first put it on. If you feel like you've covered it up too much, you can always go over it after. And so that's before we blend it. And then what I'm going to grab is I'm going to grab my little angled brush. They're good for eyebrows. I'm going to use it because I'm going to put Chaos again, the blue that I just used, and I'm going to only make the tiniest line right on my lashes. Alrighty, so now I'm going to grab, and this is an Artiste Manicure Professional brush. It's a crease liner, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it, and I'm going to grab that Unhinged that I was talking about before, which is the blue pigment right here. And I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to do it just slightly under the Chaos line. So I don't even need to it just breaks it up because you do have a really bright blue on top, so you don't want too bright. But it's you're almost using it as a liner. Now some of the gold is still down here, but that's fine because the gold's also down here on this side. But we're doing it all the way just before the tear duct. And we got to make sure that you connect it right in the outer corner of the eye. Okay, and before we start blending it, what I'm going to use, I'm just going to use my big brush, which is Pura RE9. And I'm going to be taking Anonymous, which is, it's our matte, almost white. It's a creamy colour. And I'm just going to be highlighting our brow bone. What it does, it opens up your eye that much more. It just makes it more defined. And now I'm going to be blending with my trusty MAC 217. And remember, when blending, you can never over blend, I think, because even if you do blend too much, you can always add more colour and then start again. Where if you under blend, you're left with this line, this blunt line that doesn't look very flattering. So I'm in blending a lot, but I'm just doing it so I can match the other side. I always do my eyes step by step, so when I do one colour on one eye, I do one colour on the other eye, and then I do it as a whole instead of doing just one eye at a time. It just makes it easier to match up. And now I'm just going to blend. Now I am going to grab a little bit more junkie, and I'm just going to fill it in slightly where it's been rubbed off just after I've blended it. I'm just slightly putting a bit back on there. Alrighty, so I like that, it's nice and even. So even if you take a step back, I might just blend it out a bit. I think there's just too much of a line still. Depending on the makeup, lines can be good, just depending on what you're doing is how much you're going to blend it. So I might even add it to my other eye, because I like how my other eye is sitting just as much as this one. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. I like when mine wings, just because of my eye shape. If you have big eyes, you don't want to bring it out, or if you have round eyes, you don't want to bring it out too far, because you want to make your eyes look more of an almond shape, where mine are deep set, so there's more gap between my eyes and my eyebrows than it is from my eyelids to my crease. And then I have smaller eyes, so I've got to do my makeup for that. So if you have round eyes, I wouldn't blend mine out as much as I have, but you can still use the same principle. I'm also going to be using my MAC mascara, the one I used last time. It's called Hot and Naughty 2 Black Lash. It has the two brushes, the big brush, and then it has the little brush. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's fun to use. So the smaller brush is for just the corners of the eyes, where the lashes are shorter and harder to get to, the ones that you miss. And that's just one of the ways you can use the Vice palette. The Vice palette is the new one by Urban Decay. It has 16, I think. Oh, it has 20. I was wrong. So yeah, it has 20 eyeshadows. So it's really amazing, and they're all new shadows. Just to remind you, you can get them on exclusivemakeup.net. So you should get on it. Thanks for watching my video. Bye.